Akolibed just set the world's first 1700 PP play, which was an absolutely game-defining FC on sidetracked day with hidden double time. What does this mean for mrekk and his number 1 position? Right before we start, I need to make it explicitly clear that while this circumstance is hype and competition is good in the Osu scene, please do not go into mrekk's stream and say Akolibed's coming or something along the lines of that.
I'm coming. Oh, I mean coming for you. What? You...
It will only tank his mentality. Also, this video is mainly opinion based. But with that out of the way, it is still an insane milestone and even more unbelievably hard to comprehend the fact that this is possible. Let's quickly look at the build up to the first 1700 PP play. It is the 1st of October and most of the attention is on mrekk, after he set the PP record on this 2U song with hidden double time on the 1st of October 2023. This was an aim map, and seeing him setting this score during a meta of pure speed was truly astonishing. It looked as if he was unstoppable and at his peak, until disaster struck for mrekk. Akolibed was looking stronger than ever. He was farming his way back up the rankings and setting insane scores that no one else is able to replicate. And with this in mind, he quickly snapped back, setting the world's first 1500 PP play on Valley of the Damned on the 7th of October 2023. This map is a 300 BPM death stream map with DT that requires some intense stamina, where he would have this reaction to getting restricted from the play.
Ой, блядь, чё?
But he was not done there. He would then go on to set another 1500 PP play on Azul Remix with DT on the 9th of October 2023, only 2 days later. This map was a stream map fiercely contested for a score by Scytho, as he looked like a favorite after FCing the map with worse accuracy. However, Akolibed would take the cake, destroying Scytho's score, alongside getting his first 10-star FC medal. These scores, while rather crazy, were not completely unexpected, as Akolibed had multiple close runs to FCing the maps with 1 miss runs and slider break runs. Also, did I mention both of these scores were 1400 PP skips? We know Akolibed is no stranger to skipping milestones, but my goodness, we still do not have a 1400 PP play in the standard game mode as of now. At this point in time, mrekk is actually considering having to deal with active competition. With his usual response and shenanigans, he acts as if he is not scared of an active threat to his number 1 position that he has now kept for more than 2 years.
It's just a 1400 gap. Who cares? I'll just deal with this later. The game's kind of boring right now. I'll just deal with it next week. Or next month. Or whenever he gets close.
It is looking quite dire for him, and if he is unable to set some scores and start farming, then the reign of mrekk may finally be over. But you never know. mrekk might just set an 1800 PP play all of a sudden, as he is far capable of setting such scores. But dealing with societal pressures in the current moment, where he has to fight for his number 1 against not only Akolibed, but an entire fanbase, I can only imagine how stressful it could be, just seeing toxicity everywhere. But this is bound to happen when you're at the forefront of a game, and when there is an active threat seeking to replace you. Even with mrekk struggling to set any higher PP milestone plays after the short-lived PP record and his current top play, he was not prepared for what was coming next. On October 13th, 2023, Akolibed set the new PP record for the staggering amount of 1711 PP on sidetracked day, hidden double time. This is such an impressive and remarkable score, not only for Akolibed, but also for the Osu community. I believe this score will expand the Osu skill ceiling even further beyond what we thought was possible. The finger control, speed, consistency, and flow aim needed to set this play is insane. This score beats all the previous 1.5k PP records set by Akolibed by a mile. First, he skipped 900 on Chika in 2020, then he skipped 1.2k a few months ago, and now he skipped 1.4k 2 times in a few days. 2 times? Now he has skipped 1.6k, making it truly one of the best PP records of all time. The map first starts with 300 BPM bursts and small jumps and sliders, then it ramps up the speed, and the first hard part is here. You need decent finger control to pass it with DT, and extraordinary finger control to FC it with DT. The first stream starts with 28 notes, and it's almost impossible to FC for many except Akolibed and maybe the Wash Day Turner. But Akolibed breezed through this section like it was nothing. Some of the streams in this map, near the end of death streams, almost have follow points. After this there is a break, and after the break there are some easy slider jumps and bursts. After the jumps and bursts, there is another death stream, which is the hardest part of the map. And it starts out almost as a space stream for about 100 notes. And after the easy part of the diff spike, it's a 32 note death stream which requires very good flow aim to get with DT. And even no mod for that matter. After the death stream part, it's normal 200 BPM streams, but it gets more and more spaced. After the streams, there was some slider jumps. However, while the section of simple slider jumps looks pretty easy, this was actually the deal breaker for many of Akolibed's runs. As he was constantly under aiming and misreading them, but after he FC'd the slider jumps, it's more bursts and jumps, and that was it. It was finally over. Akolibed had set the world's first 1700 PP play. mrekk's position as the number 1 player isn't looking too good anymore, as Akolibed is getting closer and closer to the number 1 spot. Akolibed is only 693 raw PP away from dethroning one of the best players of this generation. With this kind of improvement and speed that Akolibed has, he's looking like a good competitor and possibly one of the best antagonists in this anime battle against mrekk, the main character. I firmly believe that the era of mrekk being number 1 is coming to an end. But will Akolibed beat the buzzer to prevent mrekk from taking over Cookiezy's record of holding the number 1 spot for the most number of days, and thus starting the new era of Akolibed dominating the ranks and the PP system with his unbelievable speed? Well, let's see. The PP rework is bound to happen soon. How bad will he get nerfed, if he will get nerfed at all? And again, please do not say any harmful stuff to mrekk, just let him be. This is truly an astonishing score that no one would expect to happen. There is now a new contender for the number 1 spot. And I don't want to be that guy, but I was saying this shit 1 month back and I actually called it in this video. I'm telling you, I called it. And all of you mrekk fanboys in the comments and all you mrekk meat writers saying that Akolibed would never get remotely close to taking that spot, well, what about now?